As we all know, in a circle has an angle of 360 degrees around the center. So far, we've only measured angles in degrees, with 1 degree representing 1 over 360 of a complete revolution around a circle. Now, we can measure angles in units called radians. So, as I said earlier, a circle has an angle of 360 degrees around the center. Now, if we were to give this angle in radians, a circle has an angle of 2 pi radians around the center. So, 2 pi radians equals 360 degrees, then pi radians equals 360 degrees over 2 equals 180 degrees. So, pi radians equals 180 degrees. And hence, 1 radian equals 180 degrees over pi. Now, let's take a look at a few examples. Convert the following angles in radians to degrees. Before moving on to the examples, remember we can write the units, or we could write 1 radian in this way. Now, let's take these examples. 3 pi radians. 1 radian equals 180 degrees over pi. So multiply by 180 degrees over pi. Then 3 pi times 180 degrees over pi equals 540 degrees. 7 pi over 6 radians. So 7 pi over 6 times 180 degrees over pi equals 210 degrees. 2.5 radians. So 2.5 times 180 degrees over pi equals 143.2 degrees. Here I gave the answer to the nearest 0.1 degrees. 0.46 radians. So 0.46 times 180 degrees over pi equals 26.4 degrees. Now let's take a look at a few more examples. Convert the following angles to radians. So 180 degrees equals pi radians. So 1 degree equals pi over 180 degrees radians. Now 270 degrees. So 1 degree equals pi over 180 degrees radians, and hence we can multiply by pi over 180 degrees. Then 270 degrees times pi over 180 degrees equals 3 pi over 2 radians. 315 degrees. So 315 degrees times pi over 180 degrees equals 7 pi over 4 radians. 50 degrees. So 50 degrees times pi over 180 degrees equals 0.873 radians. Now here I gave the answer to 3 significant figures. 100 degrees. So 100 degrees times pi over 180 degrees equals 1.75 radians. Now, instead of always converting angles from radians to degrees or degrees to radians, we can remember few important angles to make calculations easier. So, as we saw earlier, 360 degrees equals 2 pi radians. 180 degrees equals pi radians, then 90 degrees equals pi over 2 radians. And 45 degrees equals pi over 4 radians. And since 180 degrees equals pi radians, 60 degrees equals pi over 3 radians, and 30 degrees equals pi over 6 radians.